Ablaze trying to get around to the side of uppercut. Oh! Somehow get back in there. Oh my goodness. My gosh. That was an actual explosion in the battle box.
Robots, jabroni haters, muscles, Battlebots Championship bracket belt. There used to be a time where every week a macho VTuber and his co-host Kristen would talk about Battlebots with a guest. When VTuber fans and Battlebots fans came together, that all changed when the jabronis attacked. Only Machigo Savage, the founder of the #1 Battlebots show on Twitch.tv, and his co-host Kristen, who's very cool and funny, could unite Battlebots fans and VTuber fans against the jabronis. But when the world needed it most, Battlebots vanished. Almost 3 years have passed, and the jabronis have nearly claimed victory. But just when all seemed lost, a glimmer of hope shines through the darkness. Battlebots is back, which means that the Battlebots pregame show is back! Brr, 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 brr. Now Macho and Kristen can unite VTuber fans and Battlebots fans to fight back against the jabronis! Brr, 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 brr. Will you join them in their noble crusade? Or are you a little coward bitch baby?
All right, it's Thursday. That means it's the Battlebots pregame show night. Yeah, Kristen, how are you doing tonight?
I'm very awake tonight, so I'm excited, but also kind of scared. Because, like, what bullshit are we about to see tonight?
You know, Battlebots is. I believe I touched on this last week. I'm scared that we're going to see a bullshit judge's decision soon. Because the rules are a bit weird, and I'm not sure about it. Luckily, it hasn't really come to that yet. Sadly, or I guess not sadly, I don't know. We've seen a lot of knockouts, right, Kristen? And I feel like that's good and bad, right? We haven't seen very many, like, slobber knocker, like rotator Valkyrie, any Minotaur match. We haven't seen a lot of very competitive matches that have gone the full 3 minutes, have we?
No, because, like, the new KO rule
Exactly.
has kind of, it's completely changed it.
Yeah, so if you guys are not aware, they are doing this like the World Cup. So they have group stages, which I do kind of like. The group is a good idea. But for a tiebreaker, they are using who got the quickest KO, right? So you can see, I can see in the teams, as soon as a bot is incapacitated, they're like, count him out, start counting, right? Because they want the quick count out for the tiebreaker, right? So it's a good and bad thing, right? We see a lot more aggressive matches, but at the same time, the matches are very short. You can't really have both, can you, Kristen?
No, and, like, that's why our episodes are freaking, 20 minutes max, and that's with fluff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and
It's rough out here.
it would be a lot easier if it was 4 matches. A lot of my complaints would be null if it was 4 instead of 3, but unfortunately, we don't run the show, which we should.
I know. They genuinely need to set us up as the new producers.
I see Ska, what's up? I see X-Rock. We have Ichigo on later, but first, through the video scope, we gotta summarize a BattleBots episode, don't we, Kristen?
Yes, we do.
Oh boy, Macho's got the hiccups. Okay, let's see.
We just popped a beer and you're already hiccuping.
Wait, no, that's tonight's fight. Excuse me. Let's
ignore that. I love that you keep putting the winners behind me.
All right, so this is last week's episode. Hope you guys watched it. Remember, if you want to watch it, not only is it free on YouTube, but you can watch it with the hosts of the #1 Battlebots pregame show on Twitch in his Discord after the pregame show tonight. What a deal, Kristen. Am I right?
Absolutely. It's free on top of free. I mean, come on.
You can't really beat that. You can't really beat that, if I'm honest. All right, Kristen.
You get it for free and you get Macho yelling.
That's true, right? It's an all-in-one package. So, for the first fight last week, we have Cobalt over by Macho. Kristen, you have the Twins over by you, which pulled off an insane upset victory. Kristen, tell us what happened.
Okay, well, I honestly still can't believe that a 2-bot team came out on top, because, like, I just couldn't think it. I didn't think it could be done. But if you do roll the tapes back from last week, I did say that if any team could pull it off, it would be this team with Seems Reasonable, since they have also brought us Tantrum and Blip, who have proven their worth in the past despite people's doubts. I remember when Tantrum first came out, we were like, what the hell? And then they freaking won a championship. I'm shocked and at the same time not shocked. But yeah, definitely wrong in my prediction. Again, like, this is insane. So I don't know what voodoo magic Mary is up to. I don't even know if Mary's here yet, but if he's up to some magic already, we're going to fight, because that ends tonight. I'm going to have my big muscle oil payout. Just wait.
That is true.
I keep getting robbed. It's insane.
That's true.
Yeah, Cobalt, they like forgot that they were in the BattleBots, I think, and they just straight up didn't do shit. So I don't know what dude was on while he was driving, but I would like some so that it can get me through whatever hell tonight's matches.
Yes. So, couple things. Remember, Mary is on vacation. I know.
Oh, yes. Sad.
I can't believe a mod is taking a vacation. That's crazy.
How
That
dare they.
can't be a thing. So we don't have to worry about him. We don't have to worry about him. He's dead. No, I'm just kidding. He's fine.
He's not gonna steal my oil.
That's true. He's not going to steal anyone's muscle oil. So, Cobalt versus the Twins. Now, Macho isn't wrong very often, Kristen. But he was wrong here. We were all wrong. The Twins played this match beautifully, while Cobalt did exactly what the Twins wanted Cobalt to do. He stayed passive like a jabroni and just sat around. Macho was truly baffled as to why Cobalt took such a passive strategy, as its key mission should have been to take out one of the Twins. As soon as a a dual bot loses one half, the game plan is over, right? Its game plan should have been bull rush, destroy one of them, and then the match would have been easy. So, now, I will say, if the Twins want to be passive like that each fight, if it comes down to the judges, who are confirmed jabronis, can't forget that, they will lose, okay? You cannot win with zero aggression. That pissed me off, just going to be honest. That being said, Cobalt has an uphill battle, as it is behind 0-1 in its group. It's cool to see a double bot win, but it's like you brought up, Kristen. I'm surprised and not surprised, but I'm nervous about their strategy. If they are going with that ultra passive strategy, I just don't see it working. Right? It worked beautifully for Cobalt because Cobalt also was really passive, and it worked beautifully. He played right into their hands. But I do hate how the Twins fought. I was pissed. I could not believe it. It reminded me years and years ago of 500-pound Chomp with the legs that it would just sit down in the middle of the ring with its movable tank turret. Oh my god, fuck Chomp!
Forgot about Chomp,
the
bro.
worst robots ever. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, and I was pretty nervous.
Oof.
But again, props to the Twins for making the dual bot strat work, which no one really thought was viable even in the slightest.
No. And Mary was even like, I'm gonna bet so much.
Yeah.
Watch. I cannot believe.
Yeah. Mary was nervous. He was nervous.
We did make him sweat. But...
He was nervous, yeah. All right, so the next fight was Bloodsport, over by Macho, and Minotaur, over by Kristen. Kristen, why don't you tell us what happened?
Once again, we have the winner behind me, as we should. So Minotaur came out on top here. I kind of hope that this Pro League is where Minotaur will finally get their flowers. Because, this team, they're wholesome, they're competitive, talented, funny. And I think they deserve to get a giant nut, Let them have that nut. But, even though Bloodsport, they're pretty competitive in their own right, they just could not stand up against the drum spinner that Minotaur has. That thing is insanely powerful when it is up to full speed. And, when there's no judges making any calls, Minotaur is unbeatable, in my opinion. But, once you bring the judges in, things get a little questionable. But I enjoyed this fight because we got some airtime. Bloodsport got launched pretty high a couple times. That was fun to see. We don't see that too often anymore. It was a good start for our Brazilian bombshells. So it can only go up.
That is true. What's up, Swamp Master? Swamp Monster Shell. What's up? So yeah, this one we kind of all saw coming, right? Bloodsport is a solid bot, but just isn't in the same league as Minotaur. Minotaur came in and took hits right on its drum, which is exactly what it was supposed to do, sent Bloodsport flying up in the air and crashing back down into the ground like the SpaceX stock prices. Minotaur looks locked in and will be a very, very tough opponent to beat. Now, looking at Minotaur's group, What is tragic about Minotaur is it is matched up with Huge. Now, I think Huge might be Minotaur's worst all-time matchup because Minotaur just doesn't have the flexibility to do something different for Huge, right? I think their only hope for Huge is to slam it weapon to weapon, but I was thinking about this today. If Huge was smart, I think they would spin their blade the other direction. Honestly, I don't even think Huge could win weapon to weapon with Minotaur. I'm not sure. But regardless, that will 10,000% be Minotaur's toughest matchup. And that will be its big test, right? Minotaur looks solid. Now, hopefully this goes far past the group stage into the tournament that we still have no clue how it works. Maybe they'll explain it today. Again, we have no clue how the tournament works or even what the trophy is. We don't even know if they're playing for the Giant Nut anymore, Kristen. We don't even know. No one has told us.
You're right. I'm just like manifesting that it's a nut, but watch, they're going to be like, it's a wrench, an alloy wrench or an Allen wrench.
We all need a Giant Nut in our lives. We really do. We all need it. All right. So the last matchup that we have to talk about, whoopsies, is Orbitron. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no.
Orbitron. All right, hold on.
You need that. You might need a bucket over there or something.
Macho needs to get this out. Orbitron, which is an AI-powered bot.
Ew.
That was tough. Over by Witch Doctor, which, let it go on the record, Macho will never say anything bad about Witch Doctor ever again, because, Kristen, you're going to tell the folks what happened through the video scope. Mm-hmm. Tell us what happened, Kristen, go!
All right, so Witch Doctor, they gave us some hope. There's still a semblance of justice in the world. And the AI-powered robot got their shit absolutely rocked.
Yeah!
It was fantastic. We had Chris Rose jumping up and cheering, "Humanity wins," which was like really funny.
I forgot about that.
I was cracking up.
Go humans!
I hope someone clipped it. Yeah, he's like, "Humans for the win." But yeah, the whole world was truly, kind of counting on Witch Doctor. Every single person, whether they knew it or not. And boy, did they deliver. And I kind of hope that every single matchup that Orbitron has from here on out is the same. They just get absolutely rocked. So bad that they're like distraught and damaged and never come back. Because you will never convince me that a robot powered by robots will ever be superior to robots built and powered by humans. Because we got that magic touch and AI they can't replicate that. So fuck Orbitron. Beautiful matchup. We loved it.
It's true. All right, Macho's gonna get real close. Oh, Orbitron. Macho's got something for you, yeah. How about... Oh man, Macho's not prepared for this. Fuck. Where'd it go? Oh, here it
He's
is.
so angry.
He
threw everything out.
You know what? How about you use this little tiny towel to wipe up those AI bro tears? Yeah, better be careful. Your AI model is gonna need all the water it can get, yeah, as it jumps into the pond of irrelevance and comes out completely dry, yeah. Dry and lonely, Kristen, dry and lonely. Don't buy any unripe bananas, Orbit Brony, as you ain't gonna be around long enough to see them, yeah. AI this, AI that, AI in my email, AI in my photos, AI in my operating system, AI summarizing memes on Instagram, AI summarizing videos on YouTube, AI surveillancing us, AI. Macho is tired of it, yeah. You know what AI needs? A good old ass whooping. And that's what Witch Doctor gave those boot-licking corpo nerds. Look, like your AI model should have scanned and destroyed more books, you jabronis, because you guys drove straight into the wall 4 more times than a human have. You know what? We have a driver who's 9 years old, Kristen. 9 fucking years old, and I don't even think he drove into the wall that many times.
Might have been close, but
Oh my, don't bother getting those winter clothes, you pencil pushing nerds, because as you are now, you're getting nowhere close to the tournament. You know what? Macho's gonna do you a solid, yeah. Macho's gonna do you a solid. Why don't you guys put your towel that you waved, let it be known that Orbitron waved the white towel, somewhere in a safe place, because you're gonna need it again, yeah. What about this perfectly branded trash can made by my friend Amber? Oh, do you not recognize this name? I bet those cameras do on your bot, just like all those Jabroni AI flock cameras sprouted around every US city, yeah. You know what? Why don't you take that bot, tie it in a knot, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass! Fuck you, Orbitron. I hope you lose every single match, you pencil-pushing corpo dorks! Yes! Witch Doctor, Macho will never say a bad word about you out of his mouth ever again. Witch Doctor for the win. Whew! Thank God. Thank God, Kristen.
ooh. We're gonna like have a collection of trash cans at some point because so many bots have just
It
disappointed.
was so funny how bad it was. Like, I was a little nervous because watching it move, I was like, oh shit, wait, this might be the real deal. And then it just drove straight into the wall again and again. And rewatching this match, Kristen, Witch Doctor had the kill shot like 4 seconds into this match, but it missed, right? You remember that? Orbitron had its forks stuck in the wall, and Witch Doctor hit it with like a glancing blow. Oh, man! It just barely missed. It could have put it out of commission right there. Oh, brother. Absolutely horrible.
I feel like they were being a little bit nice, but I hope they just whoever goes up next just goes all in murder.
All in. Have you ever watched that? Have you ever watched Bar Rescue before?
Of course.
You remember the Bar Rescue episode where the like piece of shit horrible manager says, "I'm all in," like a million times?
Maybe I always just remember the guy that's like, "This is a punk rock bar.
That's a good one
It's
too.
a punk rock bar, bitch."
It's like, why don't you take your fruity drinks and get on out of here? Right? Yeah, that's good. But yeah, this guy says, "I'm all in," and then the way they edited it, the episode, they put like a whip sound effect every time he says it. It's the funniest shit
Oh my
ever.
God. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh man, that's a great one. All right, so we are going to bring in our esteemed, well-versed guest, Ichigo. Ichigo, watch you on mute in Discord. And say hello to everyone through the video scope. Ichigo, can you hear us?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Ichigo, how does it feel to be live on the #1 Battlebots pregame show on Twitch.tv?
It feels great. I love being here.
It is. It's a big honor to be on. Not everyone makes the cut, right? Not everyone makes the cut. How does it feel? Do you feel any different? You know?
I feel powerful, bro.
Excellent. That is the side effect of being on the #1 Battlebots pregame show on Twitch. Thank you, Amber. I did turn up the audio levels because that always seems to be a problem Macho forgets. So, Ichigo, I always ask this to each one of our guests. On a scale of 10 to 10, how excited are you for Battlebots?
20.
Oh my goodness. That's what Macho likes to hear.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about some goddamn Battlebots. Now, we're going to talk about our first fight. Keep in mind, this is the first episode of the second round. So officially, everyone has fought one time. So this is a huge, huge deal, right? You don't want to go down 0-2, right? Don't want to go down 0-2. I really don't think if you have 2 losses, you're going to advance past the group stage, unless something insane happens, right? So you have to pick up that first or second victory today. That being said, we have a bot behind on its record with Cobalt right behind Macho and a Copperhead who picked up its victory barely. So how this is going to work, we're going to go Kristen, Ichigo, and I'm going to wrap up with Macho. Kristen, take it away. Who do you think's going to win this matchup and why?
Okay, well, honestly, with how Cobalt fought against the Twins last week, this might be a pretty decent matchup for the 9-year-old that drives Copperhead. Cobalt is driven by a full-blown adult, and I honestly feel like the kid, the 9-year-old, he is literally 9, guys, will be driving circles around them tonight because I just, what the hell, Cobalt. But the real question here is, was Copperhead able to repair, rebuild, replace, etc. their spinner that got absolutely fucking decimated in their first match because a 9-year-old drove it directly into the box and destroyed itself a bit? Honestly, they did more damage to themselves than their opponent, Jackpot. Jackpot just kind of had a not great match, which gave the win to Copperhead. But let's hope little buddy has had some driving lessons with his dad over the last couple weeks. All he has to do here is box rush Cobalt from the start. That does require driving straight, so I don't have a ton of faith, but it might happen. And then just hit Cobalt head on like once or twice, and it should be over since Cobalt decides to not really try.
Interesting. All right, Ichigo. Who do you think's gonna win this matchup between Cobalt and Copperhead? Why don't you tell us now through the video scope on the #1 Battlebots pregame show on Twitch?
You know, I want to say that my money's on the 9-year-old. I want to say that my money's on the 9-year-old because kids can do some really fucking crazy things nowadays. And goddamn, I wish I had that kind of intelligence when I was 9.
Well, I mean, Ichigo clearly hasn't seen the fight, Kristen. Go ahead.
Nope.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, we'll forgive you. You know, like he hasn't seen it. It's fine.
And Kristen, you know what that also means? Ichigo didn't look at the links I put in the Google Doc I sent him, so you know, that also means that.
I thought it'd be funny if I just went in blind.
Sometimes it is fun to go in blind. I won't lie.
That's okay. That's what she said. Now, this is an interesting one, as Cobalt looked straight up dog shit in its last fight that we just talked about, and Copperhead, although while it won, also kind of looked like straight up dog shit in its fight too. These two bots are looking to prove themselves with a statement win. The key here is going to be Copperhead's driving. Yes, we all know the kid is 9 years old, but let's be honest, he was not that great. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? It was a minor miracle. He even won his last fight. Cobalt needs to be aggressive. He was a passive little jabroni in his fight last week against the Twins, and it costed him a dub. Cobalt is going to look to capitalize on the mistakes of Copperhead, which, let's be honest, there's going to be some, because the kid's 9 fucking years old. Now, I think Cobalt is going to pick up a victory here, because all it takes is one mistake and one hit from Cobalt, and that bot is toast, right? I think that Cobalt is going to wait for, who knows, maybe Copperhead just to drive into the wall, like it did several times. But I think if Cobalt can capitalize on Copperhead's mistakes, Cobalt will pick up a victory here. Weapon to weapon, like straight up, I think it's a toss-up, right? These two are two extremely powerful spinners. If I was going to give the edge to a weapon, I would go very, very, very slightly into Cobalt's direction, but I think it would be a toss-up between the both. So it is going to come down to driving, and I just don't think Copperhead has it. Sorry, I don't think they have it. I think Cobalt is going to pick up its first victory here today. Yes. Fuck those kids.
Fuck them kids, you know, but also love them, just not when they're driving Battlebots.
All right, next fight, we have Bloodsport again and Hypershock. Now, keep in mind, that's an old picture of Hypershock. That was the insane attachment that was on for Huge. Hypershock will definitely be in its traditional vertical disc spinner with the wedge and all of that, right? So just keep that in mind if you're looking at home through your video scope. Kristen, who do you think is going to win this matchup between Bloodsport over by Macho and Hypershock over by you? Take it away.
Okay, well, Bloodsport and Hypershock are both highly regarded competitors in this pro league, but they both had some rough first matches. Bloodsport had their shit rocked by Minotaur, and Hypershock got overpowered by Huge. So I could see this fight going either way, just depending on kind of like how in shape the bots are tonight, whether the drivers are like on their Adderall or not, did they have an energy drink? There's a lot of factors that determine the outcome of this match. But I am hoping that at the start of this match, Hypershock kind of like feigns that they're going to box rush Bloodsport to get them out in the open a little bit, but then do like a little switcheroo and just like zoom to the side and come at them from a way they're not expecting. Because that would be my strategy. But I'm just a girl, so like maybe don't listen to me. I do think that the outcome of this match will be dependent upon who gets the upper hand first, because like I feel like it's just over as soon as that happens. But I have to go with my heart here, of course, and I love Team Hypershock, so I am picking them to win.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, Ichigo. Who do you think's going to win this second matchup?
I was actually peeking at the Google Docs now, and I'm going to have to agree with Kristen. I'm watching the videos now.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well,
we got Ichigo watching the videos.
Should we give him like 10 minutes or something? He only had like a week. Come on now. All right.
I work 40 hours a week, bro.
That's true.
All right. Why do you think Hypershock's gonna win? Ink. Why?
It's shit. You put. Hyper. What was the question again? Sorry, my brain turned off for a second.
So you said Hypershock is going to win. Why
Yes.
do you think Hypershock is going to win?
I'm gonna go with favoritism.
What? What?
Ow.
That can't be a reason as to... What does that even mean?
I don't
It's
know.
provocative. It gets the people going.
Yeah.
So just based on pure aura, Hypershock is going to win?
Pure aura farming, Hypershock.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna go with aura farming here.
Okay. I get what you're putting down.
Mind you, I'm a baby when it comes to Battlebots.
That's fine. You know, Ichigo, I say this every week. There are two types of people in this world. Battlebots fans and people who haven't seen Battlebots. Those are the only two people that are in this world, and Battlebots fans exist as soon as they watch the show. Which is much better, right? It was a bit rough at the start with the Zoomer, like, TikTok editing. It's a lot better. It's not perfect. The audio's still kind of fucky, but it's a lot better. Okay. So, both of these bots, Bloodsport and Hypershock, will be hungry for a victory, right? And a quick KO at that. Both of these bots suffered from a quick KO and are at the bottom of the standings. I believe Hypershock got a KO faster, or got KO'd faster than Bloodsport, I believe.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Hypershock got squashed by Huge, and we just saw Bloodsport get dumpstered by Minotaur. This one's going to come down who can bounce back the best, and I'm going to have to go with Hypershock here. We've seen it before. Hypershock gets into a bad loss and bounces right back and goes on a tear. I think Hypershock matches really well up against Bloodsport, just has to not get flipped over. They're going to lead with that wedge and that disc spinner, send Bloodsport flying, and I think Hypershock matches up very well against Bloodsport. Will Bales has handed the controls to his wife, who's had her ups and downs, right? She has shown flashes of being a very good driver. I do not think she is as consistent as Will, but she has some sauce, as the kids say. I think this fight will see them get back on track. They will box rush the shit out of them and try to get a quick KO as fast as possible. Hypershock with the W here. I can't see a way that Bloodsport wins.
Yeah. Hey, we all picked the same one here.
We did. And then we have what I'm afraid might be a devastating squash match we have. So we have Disarray over by Macho and the newly built Tombstone over by Kristen. But Kristen, the newly built Tombstone, had some teething issues in its first four-way into the Pro League against Martin Mason and Mad Catter.
Shout out Mad Catter.
Shout out Mad Catter, Martin Mason.
Hey.
Martin Mason, ka-chow.
Just
Ka-chow.
if he starts saying ka-chow,
Martin Mason, ka-chow.
you should be like ka-meow. You know?
No.
Meow.
No, I'm sorry.
Let me think about that.
I'll put myself in the corner.
No.
My bad, guys.
Macho's
I'm
not
so
doing
sorry.
that. All right, Kristen, who's gonna win this one? More frankly, how badly is someone going to win this one?
Okay. Well, believe it or not here, folks, both of these bots are coming off of a loss and looking for redemption. Unfortunately for Disarray, I just cannot see this going in their favor unless there is an act of God, a magic spell cast by Mary while he's on vacation to somehow like skew the data here because he's crazy. But not only was Disarray's driving pretty slow in their first match, their weapon power was kind of like someone flicking your nose, whereas Tombstone will knock you so hard that your ancestors from before World War I would feel it, you know?
Bro.
So, like, it's just, this is an unfair matchup, truly. I feel bad for the beautiful teal boy because I love his colors. But the true determining factor, I will say, because they had some issues in their first match, is Tombstone running, you know? Because he had to bring out the old bot against Mad Catter, which I think was part of why the match went the way that it did. But, like, is the new one fixed? Do we have a working bot? I don't know. If it is working, I do think that the Stingray is going to get the beat down. We all wish that we could give to the one that took out our beloved Steve Irwin. May he rest in peace. So I am going to go with Tombstone here.
All right, Ichigo. Who do you think is going to win this matchup and why?
So you did say that Tombstone was newly built, correct?
Yes, so the picture of Tombstone you see, I believe, is completely new. But
So
it went into the battle box a couple weeks ago and just straight up didn't work. So it has to be
you say
fixed.
that, and I'm gonna have to go with Disarray
Ooh.
because newly built things tend to glitch a lot and fuck up a lot. So, I mean, like I said, I'm a baby when it comes to Battlebots. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know anything about it. But newly built things usually tend to be a little glitchy and a little more on the scuff side. So that being newly built, I'm gonna have to go with Disarray, just purely based off of new shiny parts can also be new shiny parts that also don't work. If it makes any kind of sense.
No, that is true. I mean, we saw it a couple weeks ago with Tombstone. I remember when Witch Doctor was completely rebuilt a couple years ago. That was a lot of teething problems for them. But
there's just so many issues that can happen with it. Something that's newly built. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say, I don't think Tombstone's gonna make it out.
Interesting. So now, Disarray. This has to be the worst poll for like I may have ever seen. Right, Disarray went against Team Magnitude, which is a stellar brand new team. Dumpstered, and now against Tombstone. Macho honestly feels bad for them. That's rough. It's like lining up against John Moxley and then having to go against Kenny Omega right after, right? Muhammad Ali, and then Prime Mike Tyson right after, right? It's going to be a tough one. I think the only hope that Disarray has, which we brought up several times, is that if the new Tombstone just straight up doesn't work again, which it might. It might. It just straight up didn't work last time. It was a real possibility because in Tombstone's last fight against Martin Mason and Mad Catter, they just straight up did not work. Right? It didn't even make it to the box. It just died. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. They put it in there, and then Ray Billings was like, oh, it's not working. And then, yeah, so now I will say, if this new tombstone works, I'm afraid we might see a slaughter on par with the Battle of the Somme when the British ran their troops waves after waves into German machine guns. Disarray, I'm pulling for you, but it's going to be an uphill battle, and Tombstone is waiting for you in no man's land. Yeah, Tombstone
It's gonna give you a tombstone.
is, yes. I'm sorry. I feel like Tombstone's gonna pick up an easy victory here. I hate to say it. If it's working, and if it's improved from the old Tombstone, that's also terrifying. We haven't even talked about that. The Tombstone from the double champion Tombstone, right? Like, Tombstone is a terrifying horizontal spinner. One of, if not the best modern horizontal spinner in BattleBots history. So if Ray Billings somehow improved that, that's also terrifying. And I'm kind of excited to see just absolute carnage. Yes. So
What if, like, Disarray just vaporizes? Like,
that's honestly, I'm scared because it's
Just catches fire on set.
now Disarray did look better in its Pro League fight than it did in its face-off fights. Right, the face-off fights, it looked straight up bad, like bad. It did look a little better. The weapon is kind of there, right? It's still pretty slow, but it's not molasses slow, right? It is a little bit improved, but improved enough to beat Tombstone. I don't know about that one. I think they might have to do some praying.
What was the last fight that Tombstone had before he had to be rebuilt? The Mad Catter, right?
Mad Catter. Martin Mason Mad Catter.
Yeah.
So
it was arguably Macho's favorite team, for sure.
I love Martin Mason. Martin Mason, every time he's on the camera, basically cuts a Macho Man promo. It's beautiful.
You know,
He's
this,
like,
oh yeah.
I'm actually gonna have to start picking BattleBots up again because I remember being into it as a kid. Like
It's
Joe
great.
said,
It's
Joe
great.
used to be really big into BattleBots. That's what he said. I'm happy to know it's still going.
It's
So,
yeah.
God,
It's
Joe's
now it is
definitely
a lot of it is on YouTube. Like if you just search up BattleBots on YouTube, you will find and that goes for anyone in chat and anyone watching, right? You will find a ton of BattleBots stuff on YouTube. That is something BattleBots has always done super well, is their YouTube channel. They've always put their fights and highlights, a bunch of shit on their YouTube channel, and obviously people just put stuff on YouTube too. So you will definitely be able to catch up. I remember it keeps popping up on my feed, and from like when it was on Discovery Channel, and I see clips of it, and I'm like, man, we had it so good back then. We had no idea.
We really did.
We really did, man. I miss it so much, Kristen.
We would work like a 12-hour shift in the sun and then go to Macho's mom's house and watch BattleBots and like crack open like 7 brewskis. And it was the best time. Just
I didn't like guys.
Kristen and I, we go way back for BattleBots. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The lifeguards would always come over. Only the cool lifeguards, okay? Macho didn't let any jabroni come over and watch BattleBots, okay? You had to meet a certain standard.
You did let a jabroni over once, and Bruce ate their sock.
Kristen, I was just about to say that. Yeah. So we used to have this.
What now?
Okay. Hold on. So we had this yellow lab named Bruce. Rest in peace. He was
the best.
He was the biggest pure yellow lab you've ever seen. He was like a small deer. He was huge. Beautiful boy, best boy. He did one weird thing, and that was he would swallow socks whole. That's,
Oh my god.
Like no chewing.
No chewing.
Inhale
He
it.
would just poop them out in perfect condition, just swallow them. So,
I'm having flashbacks of working at the doggy daycare, dude.
so this one girl came over, and we all were leaving, and she had her shoes on the floor, and she goes, "Where are my socks?" And And I look at her. First of all, who comes to someone's house for the first time and takes off their socks? Is that not weird?
Oh yeah, that's really weird. Hold on.
Weird vibes.
Anyways, I look at her shoes. I was like, were they on the ground? She goes, yeah. I go, your socks are gone. She's like, what? I go, I'm sorry, your socks are gone.
Yeah, you'll get them back in like 3 days.
My dog has eaten your socks. They are gone. I'm sorry.
I would have rather found socks than find what I found when I worked at the doggy daycare.
Okay, so
Only imagine.
now what we usually like to
You don't
do
want to.
is we usually wager a little muscle oil for what we deem is the closest match. And I think the closest match is Cobalt versus Copperhead. What do you guys think?
I'm with it, I guess. I mean,
You
yeah.
guys all right with that one? My dog has
Yes, because
eaten
then
your
I don't
socks.
have to like vote before or for or against my beloveds again.
My dog has eaten your socks. Yes, that's what
That's
I
exactly how it was said, X Rock, like verbatim.
What was your dog's fixation with socks? No,
Bro, I went and I'm thinking, I don't think I ever saw him eat one. His whole life. I don't think I ever saw him eat one.
Sleeper agent.
He was, bro.
He also loved getting sprayed by skunks.
Yes,
Oh my-
he did.
That happened multiple times.
Bruce was one of the few dogs that I've been around in my whole life that has gotten sprayed by a skunk more than once.
That is such a Labrador coded thing, though.
He was such a
Was
lad.
it Cobalt
Like
and- Cobalt.
absolute cutie pie though.
Copperhead. 5 minutes. All right, so we had the prediction going. Now you might be thinking, Macho, I barely have any muscle oil to wager to predict this victory. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lurk at Macho Streams. Macho Streams on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which is the Battlebots pregame show, and Friday. I will not be streaming this Friday because I'm going to a Formula Drift event that's going to be fucking awesome. So I will not be streaming on this Friday, but I will see you guys on Monday. So we are going to wrap it up with the prediction here. Ichigo, is there anything you want to say to the video scope, to the fans of the #1 Battlebots pregame show on Twitch? Tell the people what you're up to. What is going on in Ichigo's world?
Well, I'm currently planning for a debut for my 2.0 model. I just got to find a rigger and looking for new employment. So things are a little looking up for me now, and hopefully I'll be back to my own content creation little quarter here soon.
Let's go. Let's go.
Things are looking up for me, and my husband and I just celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary.
Whoa! Congratulations.
Anniversary. Let's go.
We've been together since
Congratulations.
2019.
Congratulations.
And he continues, thank you, and he continues to rage bait me, and I'm gonna throat punch him one of these days.
I can confirm I've been with my husband for 13 years. It doesn't get better. He continues to rage bait.
Dude, let me tell you. So Tara has a bad habit of trying to jump scare me, completely accidental, right? So before we closed on the house, I got it in my tiny little pea-sized brain to be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump scare him this time. Well, he also had the same thought. He intentionally was trying to jump scare me. We turned the corner at the same time. I screamed, and then I just dropped like a sack of potatoes. I just played dead.
I love that.
Man, I remember when I was a head lifeguard, I scared this kid so bad that he... Now, this is like a way throwback. Do you remember that Vine of that kid getting scared? And he, like, went into the karate pose, and he's like, I'm not even worried about it. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that kid did, and I don't think I've ever laughed that hard, in my life.
It's just engraved into your memory now.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so I am going to link my Discord. If you guys want to watch Discord watch Discord, Jesus Christ, watch Battlebots with us in the Discord, please react to the rules and join the server. We watch it every week. So if you are a past guest, a future guest, right? Ichigo, you're more than welcome back, right? You can watch it with us every week. It is every Thursday at 8. So you don't have to be just this week, right? If you are coming from Ichigo's stream and you want to keep watching it with us, please come back next week. You do not have to only come to the time Ichigo is on. All right? Please come by and watch it with us. It is very short. It's only about 20 minutes, right? So less of an excuse to come by.
I just want to share my community with everybody. You've been a pretty chill dude since I met you at the last off guy, and I'll go to bat for you, dude. I got you.
Last off guy, that was like 3 years ago. Ichigo, come on now.
Yeah, I haven't made any con appearances since then.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was still middle then.
It was the last time we had Battlebots before now.
God, that makes me feel
really?
old, bro. Yeah.
I don't want to hear it, bro. You're like, what, 22, 23?
Wait, you have to be joking, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not.
That's.
I'm just used to being the hag of the friend groups.
I feel as though we are probably the same age.
I would.
Well, I can say my age online.
I would maybe add about 10 more years onto that, and then you're pretty close.
Hold on. Let me do some math here. Pull up my handy dandy calculator.
Wait, no, you have to be.
No.
No.
Oh,
I can't.
You're younger than me.
Wait. This is the teacher in me, like right now.
Uh-oh.
You can't add 10 to 22 in your head.
I'm really bad at math. I didn't get
That's
math
crazy, dude.
I don't have math autism, dude.
That's crazy. Math
I unfortunately
autism.
do have
Are
the
you
math
kidding
autism,
me?
you know?
That can't be like you don't have to be good at math to do that. That's
Yes,
insane.
you do.
The number in front just goes up by 1. That's it. Math autism. That's crazy. That's insane. To add 10.
Amber, leave me alone, Amber.
That's crazy. Oh, man. Okay. So, we will wrap up the stream. Ichigo, thank you so much. Again, Ichigo,
Yes.
been a real good friend the last couple of years. Hope to see you again. This has been the Battlebots pregame show. I believe I have Riker Ninja on next week. And then in 2 weeks, we have a very special guest. Very, very special guest. Who Macho's really excited for. And I hope to see you guys all then. Remember, Macho will not be streaming tomorrow. I will be at Formula Drift, baby. But I will see you guys on Monday. Remember, we will be in the Discord here momentarily. So after the stream, please hop on over to my Discord in the BattleBots section. We'll be over there in a few moments. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay safe and stay buff.
Bye.
Bye, Sunny.